Chat box, Jack Folk says, let's be real, we don't love soccer. He's right about that, but we love World Cup soccer. Once the World Cup is over, we're not watching soccer anymore in the United States until the Women's World Cup comes on, and then we'll watch it again when the men are here. Because it's like, hey, I love football. Like, Joe loves football. Division 1A, ready to rock, ready to go. I love it as well. We love the NFL. You know what we don't love? USFL, Arena League nonsense. Now, granted, there's a coach out here that we love who coaches Arena League. I don't want to take shots right now, but I'm telling you, like, I love football at the highest level. I love soccer at the highest level with the World Cup. Once it ends, I'm not talking soccer anymore. Just not.
No, it's not. I mean, it's a bigger question now, too, is can this U.S. team, without him, if he's not going to be there, advance potentially yet again? The pressure is on. That is the biggest thing, is that we knew it would be an uphill battle potentially as you get closer to the best teams in this tournament. Teams like, obviously, France and what we saw, Argentina, are the two best heading into this weekend. But can the U.S. survive without their best player? Can they, Donnie? I mean, are you still willing to bet, if this doesn't go through, that you would still take a shot?
It's the shame of it, too, because I think, and I speak on half of Americans watching soccer casually like I do, which is most of us here. We're buying in. We are having fun. And I said at the beginning of the World Cup, once again, I don't generally like soccer, but I love the World Cup. I think it's fantastic. It's the biggest prize in sports, and it's so much fun to watch it play out. And the national pride from every single team playing is overwhelmingly awesome. So what do? The U.S. isn't used to advancing. Now you take away their best player in the next game where they might be able to get to the Elite Eight, as we like to say. That's the disappointing part. I want a full gas American team going against a full gas Belgium. But, Joe, I could understand this. Balogun takes a run, cleats up, and sticks the goalie with his cleat in his head out of nowhere. Yeah, idiot, get off their red card. But for me, Joe, I look at that and say, how is that a red card? I see worse every single game from different shots. How?
Yeah, you would think that it's a terrible call. And we talk about officials and referees all the time. Like, what are you looking at in the moment, especially when you see that he's clearly extended, reaching for the ball? Like, I don't understand it. Everybody that watches the video feels the same way. It's not like we're partial. I think if you surveyed 1,000 people, 999 of them are going to say that it wasn't a red card. If anything, all right, give him a yellow, no big deal. But here we are, and this is the situation. Now, I will say, you look at the spread perspective, they're still favored, -112 across multiple books against Belgium, Donnie. I mean, here's the thing. If they miss them and they still respond, this team might be for real.
Yeah, Coach SD in the chat box, there was no bad intent. That's the whole thing about it. Like, intent matters in this spot. And also, Joe, there wasn't even hey, I'm going to give you a yellow card or a red card, then we're going to go to VAR to check it out. It was no card, and then they went to VAR and went right to red card. Right. Not even like, hey, look, we're going to book you at yellow. You do something again the rest of this game, you're getting another one, which equals a red card, and you're ejected at that point. But that's what I thought was the worst part overall about it, where you had so much excitement in the stadium, and yes, it was great that they won, Joe. But then you backtrack and say you lose your best offensive weapon trying to get into Seattle over the next time. But how did you enjoy the game yesterday, Joe? Because I told you I was in the car, missed the first half, actually saw the goal while I was driving in the car, then got home, and then panic sets in, Joe. This isn't a red card in the 88th minute. You're talking in the 60s here, which means, 25 plus minutes, you got to play a man down, and the U.S. extends the lead to 2-0. That was impressive.
It was. And, you know, if you were sitting on the total, like we talked about potentially over 2.5 when USA's best player goes down, you got to think that could open things up, right? Especially just from an emotional aspect, they tack another one on. You got to think Bosnia's good for at least one goal. And defensively, the U.S. buckled up. They understood the moment. And again, with the home field advantage, that's huge in this tournament. We've seen teams like Mexico and others respond when they have home field advantage, Donnie. The U.S. has answered the bell. Now, again, if they get this victory over Belgium, big picture, this is huge for this team. This would be the biggest step for this program and organization over the past 20 or 30 years.
I love it. Like, again, we're buying in as Americans here. Give us something to cheer for and keep it fair at this point. And sometimes it isn't. But yesterday, Joe,